What's up, everybody? I got a different kind of video for you guys today. I've been working on a lot of RCs, and this is one of the last ones I got to work on before I get back to the Super Avante. This is my 6x6, the G601. There are some videos on my YouTube. This thing was really cool when I first bought it. This was the A60H Volvo dump truck version, and I didn't use the body at all. I knew immediately that I was going to do this. There's another channel on YouTube called Harley Quinn, I believe, and the guy's name is Phil, and he used the Jeep Mighty FC body like what I've got to make a cool 6x6 out of it, and that's what inspired me to make my comical Dakar. Well, it doesn't actually work very well as a rally truck because it's very top heavy, and the wheels I chose are very heavy, and I don't want to spend money buying more wheels or lighter wheels. So I'm going to turn this into a trials truck instead. You know, a lot of the trials truck have the independent suspension anyway, so this kind of like that. So I'll make it a comical trial truck. But in order to do that, I need to switch it. I'm going to switch it to a 55 turn Novak setup. Right now it's running a 20 tooth pinion. The only other option is 18, so I'm going to go down to 18. And I'm also going to be locking the diffs, all the diffs, because they're all open, every single one of them. So it does steer very well. I know people have asked that, how does it steer? Of course, you're not getting a steering radius of something that's not 6-wheel drive, but for a 6x6, the steering radius is very good. How many times did I say radius? Anyway, I've never actually taken this thing apart since I built it, so it's kind of going to be interesting. And should be easy, kind of like a TL01 if I imagine. I mean, I did build it, but I don't remember exactly how it went together, but I'm sure the front plate comes off, the rear plate, and the halves can split. But to do that, let's take off these wheels. Man, this weighs a lot because of the wheels. I bought these wheels used off of Facebook Marketplace because it was a really good price, but I'm starting to see why this guy might have chosen not to use these. They're really heavy. But I did score an SCX-10 2 recently off Marketplace. I haven't picked it up yet, but I got it for a ridiculously reasonable price, a brand new one, and that'll be my first SCX-10. That'll make up for me not being able to get that early Bronco because of asbestos content in the slipper clutch. There were a couple of dealers in Canada that had them, but the guys that I like to deal with couldn't get them, and I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. I just took it as the universe telling me that wasn't for me. Yep. I hope this isn't a long video. Am I going to talk the whole time and go regular speed? I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about this G601. Tamiya G601. There's a couple of versions of this. There's a school bus. There's a I don't remember what the school bus one's called. But then there's a Kong head. It is, which is a semi truck. And they've also got a Dyna something, I don't remember, but it's a trail version. It's kind of like one of those trail trucks. It's got portal axles. And there's this one, which is the A60H Volvo dump truck, the heavy dump truck. Comes with big lunchbox style wheels. I of course chose not to use those. I wanted to make, my full intent when getting this was to make this comical Dakar. I would like to try eventually some 1.9s that are lighter and see how it drives with 1.9s, but at the moment I just I've got no interest in spending money on 6 wheels for this thing. There are so many other RCs that I also play with, so I think it's more efficient, more effective, and more economical to just change what the purpose of this vehicle is and have fun with it a different way. I think it would look really cool with locked diffs going slowly over some pretty crazy gnarly obstacles. 6 wheels. This is taking a long time. One thing I want to talk or mention here, I noticed I've played with this thing. I guess I've played with it a lot, but not that much. And the drive shafts, the out drives, and dog bones are already wearing quite a bit. The out drives mainly. But I'm wondering if it's because I had these super heavy wheels, or still have these super heavy wheels. If I have these super heavy wheels, that's what's causing it. Yeah, I should get some proper wheels for this. Anyhow, let's continue. Two halves come apart. How? Let's get rid of this thing. That's the battery door. Now these two halves come apart. Well, let's take off the front plate and the rear plate. Let's take out the motor first. What am I doing? Let's take out the motor. Okay. Tamiya speed control works fine. I know a lot of people complain about it. I have had one burn out for no reason and another one burn out due to water, and that was my fault. I drove it directly into the water. It clearly tells you don't do that. Alright. Woohoo! And it dropped out. So it's currently got an axial 35 turn motor, and ooh, it's jammed with a bunch of crud. How'd that happen? Well, the motor does hang out of the chassis right off the side, I guess. I mean, I don't really want that to happen to the Novak. I don't like that. I don't like that setup. We need to lock the diffs before I put the motor in. Okay. Alright, let's start working on that. I've only been recently using the screwdriver, the electric screwdriver. Before that, I was always using my hand. Now my hands have been cramping up. I've been using my hands to wrench for many years. I was a mechanic for a bit too. I was into construction. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look now. There are no screws I see on this side holding things together, except for what could cause me an issue would be this here. Will this cause me an issue? It looks like it could. One, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 freaking screws to take out. Okay. Oh, it's coming. It's coming apart. Which way the gear's gonna go? Okay, they're gonna stay on that side, it looks like. Alright. Problem is the diffs, I think. Nope. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, we're good. Check it out. Look at all those gears. That's what the inside of the GF01 looks like. A G601, I mean. The motor pinion goes in between here. Okay. So the way I'm going to lock the diffs is I'm going to try using Tamiya's putty. They gave me this putty with my Tamiya Quad Track, and I didn't use all of it. And I hear that this is also the same putty that they give you for the Dyna, the crawling version of this, with portals. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that to lock the diffs. Wait, yes, I've got a bunch of these I can just throw in there. Yay. Okay. I take that back, I'm not using the putty. I'm gonna throw these in. I'm going to do the exact same thing for these two diffs. And I don't know if there's much to talk about, so I'm going to go ahead and speed that part up. Okay, I can already feel power. Let's go play.